Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in the San Fernando Valley, and I haven't been in the garden. I've just been kind of recuperating from Easter. But I wanted to show you two things today. The first thing is I have this extraordinary iris display in my backyard. I'm not going to show you all of my irises because I'm going to do a video just devoted to them. But there's this beautiful area of my garden where there's just irises, and they're just my mom's irises. And it's just extraordinary. You know, I love them so much, but I always feel wistful about them because they don't last for very long. You know, they're here for just a brief moment of this gorgeous color and shape, and then they're gone. So my beautiful orange flame irises are almost all bloomed out, and I'm feeling kind of sad about it. So I want to capture this on video for you before they go away. But the real reason that I wanted to show you my garden today was something very unsexy, and that is the plant supports that I have put in this season to help my plants be strong and tall and sturdy. So I've done quite a few things, and I'll just show you them. Okay, here we go. Look at this beautiful display of irises. There's the really dark sort of purple burgundy color, and then the very light purple. I just love it. All along this fence. Thanks, Mom. This is one of my newest supports. I planted coneflower seeds there, and so when they grow up, they will be supported all around the frame. You can use this for peonies, all kinds of fun flowers so they don't flop. I initially was going to use it for my pink yarrow here, but then I thought, you know, it's so beautiful, I'm going to plant something for it. So that's one plant support. The other plant support is the Obelisk. You can see I have this trellis here, sometimes called an obelisk, and I have the clematis on it. But it's quite lovely. It's sort of a decorative piece in the garden. Has this lovely little fleur-de-lis at the top, and then the plants just climb on it. I really like that. I like the shape and the feel of it in the garden. Here's something new this year as well. I planted what is called a squash tunnel in my veg garden because I wanted my cucumbers to climb up the trellis. So these are supports that hold, of course, this netting. And if the cucumbers come up, I don't know, I planted seeds. If they don't come up, I'll just go get some cucumber plants. But I planted cucumbers on this side and squash on the other side, and hopefully they'll grow up and over, and then I'm going to plant things. I have already planted things underneath, but I couldn't tell you what right now because, of course, I didn't make any markers for them. Maybe some beets, maybe some carrots, but you know, they need a little bit of shade too in the summer, and hopefully this will be a good thing where they'll get sun and shade when it gets really hot. So that's an interesting plant support that I bought this year. Here's another obelisk that is that I'm using for my boysenberries. I really like the look of this too. It's kind of artistic. It has the rounded pieces that are woven, and then the blackberries are, of course, going crazy. I'm gonna have to trim them a little bit, and those beautiful little pinks on the bottom, and then the licorice plant there. I love this little vista. And here are my new tomato plant supports in the front yard. Now, of course, tomatoes, you know, normally you put them in what are called cages, and they're those circular supports that you put into the ground, but these are a little more artistic. I like the way they look. They're fun for my front yard, so I feel good about those as well. And then one last thing, Look at this super tall obelisk I put in my front yard. I have the hollyhock in it. I'm sure the hollyhock is not going to be cowed by this obelisk, but I think it's beautiful, and it's very tall. It's much taller than the other two. So the other two are maybe about 4 feet. This is probably 7 feet, 8 feet tall. And it's pretty. It looks natural. And the hollyhock, for the moment, is happy. And so is my Disneyland rose.